Hello everybody, Padgisha here, and today we're checking out the Metaphor ReFantazio ATLUS exclusive showcase. So get to see what Metaphor is all about. You know, since Reload is already done, and the DLC won't be until like September or something like that. We got this. And I missed out the live stream, so like I forgot that it was happening. I didn't get ready to set up, so I just essentially wait until it was over, and then so we can just watch the thing falling through. So yeah, let's check it out and let's see what this showcase is all about. So let us start in 3, 2, 1, play.
For people across nigh endless years.
Ooh.
A land grotesque as its people. Let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp at power. The tournament for the throne.
So, summing up, our first trial is to slay a monster.
Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their headhunt.
Side quests, looks like.
Full of feral humans, with people either running or going mad.
What do we believe in, really?
You lot! Enemy attack!
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting.
Oh, is that like a manicore?
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly.
I treat all tribes equally.
Wait, does the protagonist has a voice?
Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Okay.
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
If that's the real world, then it can die alongside you!
Ooh.
I will not.
So these are the artifacts, right?
He'll be sent in
On the screen.
to the gallows, not
The
just
winning
us,
effect.
but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis's king.
Lord Luis is kind. I'm Scottish.
The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
Knowing all this, I shall claim the ideals you abandoned and finish it in your stead.
October 11th. Okay. Okay. Music's pretty good. Ooh, what's that? Travel beyond fantasy. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsura Hashino, the
Hi,
director of
Miss
this title.
Hashino.
For those that may not know me, I've worked on titles such as Shin Megami Tensei 3, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5, among others. Our program today is about Atlus's upcoming RPG, Metaphor, to share the latest information with you.
Okay.
As we announced in the trailer earlier, the release date is confirmed. The entire team is grateful for the positive feedback we've received since the announcement.
Now let me get that
But
pre-order.
For some of you, perhaps this is the first time you're seeing Metaphor. This work is being brought to you by not only the Persona team, but in collaboration with renowned artists to create a brand new RPG. With this team, we decided to challenge the fantasy genre, aiming to create a game we can call a culmination of our RPGs.
Okay.
Our hope is that not only Atlus fans, but those who have never played our games, and RPG fans around the world will give this game a shot. Today we'd like to spend some time introducing the gameplay experience of Metaphor, as I talk over while playing the game. Please check out the Atlas YouTube channel for more information that will come further down the line. We
Okay.
love your support. Please
So-
subscribe.
It is the main Alice channel, right? Not Alice West.
Before I start playing, let me introduce the premise of the story. In this game, you'll be forging bonds to support your claim for the throne. But it's the unique take on this that we hope puts a spin on the classic tale. In a
Okay.
kingdom thrown into chaos by the king's assassination, a royal magic is triggered that establishes an election. This magic allows any individual of any social status to become the next king by gaining the people's support, which sets a battle for the throne in motion. The protagonist gets involved, and the journey will take him around the world. It's a journey that I hope you enjoy, as it's unique to this game. You'll meet various allies of different tribes, rivals who stand by their own ideologies, and terrifying monsters called humans will stand in your way. The story's bring
Humans,
fateful
okay.
encounters like this. Above all else, a game offers a different experience than a movie or novel. So to prevent this from becoming just a vehicle for our tale, we've gone to great lengths to flesh out the experience into an exciting, fully fleshed game. There's lots to be excited about, so I hope you'll stay with us till the end. Let's get started, shall we?
Yep, let's get to it.
The title's logo design is based on the concept of a city's main street. It conveys our hope that players will enjoy a journey through a world full of diverse tribes. If you don't mind, let's start at the beginning. What makes Metaphor different from other fantasy RPGs is the perspective of their world in which our world is their fantasy. After players
Okay.
enter their name, they must answer the questions. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? The game questions the power of fantasy, a power we all possess.
Oh,
I hope the game helps you arrive to your own conclusions.
I gotta think about that.
Our protagonist's journey and goal is to save the prince who has been cursed. This is a scene from the beginning of RPGs, is that we've added a more dynamic sense of action.
Let's go.
The turn-based battles are still central to the combat, but we've incorporated real-time attacking and dodging elements, as well as dashing around and analyzing to keep things exciting. At the beginning of the game, the protagonist isn't strong yet,
Watch out.
so the difficulty of the battles is intentionally pretty high in this area.
I mean, you're like, what, level
They
1? So,
wanted players to
of course,
get a
that's
sense
gonna
of
be.
both tension and accomplishment. I might die if I risk fighting right now, so I'll explore cautiously during this segment. That said, there are multiple difficulty levels and convenience factors to make things easier, so we hope anyone who wants to play can enjoy it.
I can at least cast my usual spell for you.
In this scene, our fairy companion casts a musical spell. The music you hear in-game is in the protagonist's head.
Really?
The composer behind the music is Shoji Meguro.
Great.
People probably know him from the Persona series, but I've asked him not to be constrained by his trademark pop style, and to take on the challenge of creating a totally new sound to fit this game's world. We hope you'll look forward to hearing it. This is a particularly large
And-
area in the game. And you can see
One want to say, like, because there was like other streams and, well, other videos talking about, the behind the scenes stuff. Megura said, like, okay, so instead of, doing the usual pop, went with more, religious, types of music, right? So, of course, that's obviously what's happening with the music right now.
hordes of enemies ahead. One exciting aspect of this game is that you can decide which enemies to fight and how to deal with them. But I'll explain more about battles later.
Medicinal
First,
herb,
let's take a
okay.
walk around a city.
2 herbs. Okay, Life on the Road Cityscape.
This is the first stop on our journey, the Royal Capital Grand Trad. The background art was designed by Koda Kazalife with a unique sense of realism.
Okay,
and
this
medieval
is
painting
from,
and
like, the
shaders.
video itself. It's not really from
The
me.
dynamic architecture comes to life with a unique sense of realism in medieval.
Hey.
The background art.
Hey, you found something.
Yeah,
Trad.
yeah, the
This is
video
first
itself
stop
was
on our
skipped.
journey, the Royal Capital Grand Trad. The background art was designed by Koda Kazuma, a guest artist we're thrilled to work with. The dynamic architecture comes to life with a unique
Like I thought
sense
before,
of
it was like
realism
okay, it
and
was in
medieval
within the
painting
video,
like
but
shaders.
this time we're just like
So I
one,
hope
just
you enjoy
check.
taking it in.
'Cause I'm not touching anything here.
Here we are at the city entrance, and you probably noticed the massive armored vehicle. The protagonist will ride around in this to travel the world.
It looks
The
really
original
cool.
designs of these vehicles were created by Ikuto Yamashita. I'll get into the journey
Yeah,
aspect
the
in a
design
little
just
bit,
looks
so let's walk around the
absolutely
city a bit more.
amazing.
Using magic, you can ride around on your sword to get from one place to another quickly.
Riding on a sword. It's like that Doofenshmirtz meme. It's like if I had a nickel every time I see a protagonist riding on a sword to get from one place to another, I have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird to have it twice, right? It's both metaphor and in Stellar Blade.
I wouldn't define this game as being open world, but we took care to flesh out even the distant backgrounds so you can feel the unique atmosphere of every location. Now we're heading toward an alley. The atmosphere changes a lot from the main street. This is where executions happen.
Ooh.
That's not something you see very often in modern-day stories. You'll also note some people cowering in the streets, because this world has a prevalent gap between rich and poor. As for our protagonist, he's a boy from an inferior tribe, abhorred by others. Despite his social standing, he's going to participate in the royal tournament. You'll find many problems in each town you visit, and of course people will need your help. His interactions affect his popularity in the race.
Just want to see, yeah, I'm
Let's
sorry,
check out the town
1080p.
map. You can see where you're currently located, and then instantly move anywhere you've previously visited.
Okay, that's
This
good.
should help make the journey more comfortable. Let's zoom out to the map of the entire kingdom. This is the royal capital where we are now. In this world, the areas between cities are dangerous areas referred to as wastelands, which makes travel difficult, unlike our world today.
Gotta travel through the
As
wastelands.
the story progresses, your main hub moves from city to city. And with that, let's take a look at a new city. This is
Ooh,
Martira, a town we're
Martira.
unveiling for the first time. It's a pastoral town, quite a contrast from the capital.
Yeah,
It
really
may be
run
normal in
down.
other fantasy RPGs,
Yeah.
but through these acts of traveling and staying at new places, I hope you get a true sense of being on a journey, which is a difficult thing to convey in modern-day stories. By incorporating a unique sense of daily life into traveling, we've made taking a trip feel as real as possible in this game. You'll encounter all sorts of things on the road, so please look forward to how the story unfolds. Let's drop in at the Recruitment Center in this city. Here you take requests to fight dangerous monsters. These threats to the city are called
Okay,
bounties.
wait, I just want to check out what these bounties are.
Center in this city. Here you take requests
So,
to
let's
fight
see
dangerous
here.
monsters.
Okay, main eater Manjula. Okay, so that's the line with the scorpion tail. Okay, Chadia Desert, south of the Grand Trad. Okay, so we are accepted that. That looks like some kind of ogre. Ugh. It was like combining orc and ogre together. And then like this plant creature I think we've seen before.
These
Then Heismay, Nefarious Kidnapper, Brain Heismay, and despite his bounty, he's evaded capture and his true identity remains mystery. Okay.
threats to the city are
Goreborn King. Oh, okay, so it's a goblin, but not actually a goblin. The Goreborn King and the Imp's Den. Okay, defeating Goreborns in black may lure it out.
called bounties. Bounties give you some nice rewards, which hopefully encourages you to challenge them. And that's really just one of many challenging aspects the game has to offer. This is the weapons shop. Each city you stay in has various facilities, and in this game your choice of equipment is especially important. In Metaphor, we wanted to give you the freedom to customize your party your own way. So we hope you'll even find some joy in making preparations to explore dungeons in your own style.
So like, are we able to like, able to do like what we do in like Persona 3 Vanilla, where you know the protagonist can have any weapon, or is it really just okay, everyone has their own specific weapon?
Let's enter the tavern. I see
We're gonna get drunk
here. Informants offer hints about dungeons and battle strategies. Even collecting information like this is something we put a lot of thought into making enjoyable. The back of the tavern is actually an inn. Visiting a new town and staying at a new inn, that's half the fun of traveling, isn't it?
Check out every
There's
inn.
so much to do in these cities and towns that
Yeah,
I
like
can't cover it all.
in like in the Tales games, like I always try to like, okay, we got a new town, let's hit up the inn, let's see what special activities gonna be happening, and you know it's really fun to like to do that. Cause like Tales games, oh, when you go to that a certain inn, there's like, oh hey, here's you know a little cutscene that'll happen, you know, conversation between you know party members and some all that stuff. So maybe we'll see some of that here, maybe.
So stay tuned for further announcements. Moving on, let's hop into the Gauntlet Runner and head to the battlefield.
Time to fight.
The Gauntlet Runner is a vehicle that can travel safely across wastelands. A mobile
that's
base,
bigger
if
than
you will,
expected.
with movement and mechanisms that allows it to run on magic. So our protagonist and many others travel in their Gauntlet Runners to gather popularity. Let's go ahead and board. This is the Gauntlet Runner's War Room. If you access the round table here, all your allies gather back from town, and a map of your journey opens. Most RPGs don't have a time limit on the adventure, but Metaphor revolves around the concept of dates and time.
Just like the Persona games.
For people today, travel often has a fixed itinerary, such as 3 days and 2 nights. So in this game, we've captured the travel experience with predetermined lengths of activities and structure. But within that, what you do, where you go...
Like, I do, like... Now I'm thinking just like, okay, so I'm pretty sure we do have, like, a limited time that we have, you know, to go around to these places. Hopefully, you know, there's gonna be something like, okay, we got fast travel that'll, you know, cut the time either in half or like no time at all, so we can, you know, get through this a bit faster and don't like try to overlap with, you know, certain days that's gonna be happening. Hopefully, you know, that'll be a case here. And there was something else I want to like bring up about the days, but like it escapes me.
Is up to each player who can choose to do things differently. You're free to spend your time as you please. Here we have the list of quests I've accepted. You have a set time frame to complete the main story objective at each location you visit. But these side quests play an important role in the story too.
Oh, okay. And now, guy, I was about to say, like, is it possible to like beat the game under like a certain time limit? Like, okay, if we're able to do all of this within 100 days, you know, will that cause like, you know, somewhat of a different ending, you know? But I'm pretty sure there's like a set like deadline for this, right? Because it's essentially Persona, but with a more like D&D fantasy RPG like cloak over it, right?
Some require fighting strong enemies, while others may offer rare equipment. The order in which you take on these quests will have a great impact on how difficult the battles feel. So which challenges you take on first will play a big factor in your experience. Now let's pick a destination and head out.
The power of the hearts. Let it pump through you.
Okay, we have departed. In most games, you arrive at your destination instantly, but here you're inside the runner, heading toward it. Imagine, for example, living in a camper with your travel companions.
Okay.
Cooking, conversing, camping, and more. We want you to have a realistic traveling experience, so we designed the game to reflect that. This is the kitchen. You can cook the ingredients you've gathered with your friends to make valuable items.
Okay.
In the back is the common room. Looks like nobody's here right now, but your allies will often visit you to spend time with them. There is also a collection of books for you to read. Or if you'd rather not do anything, you can sleep here.
But it's just a capsule
As you
hotel.
can see, we have Japanese-style capsule-shaped beds. The Gauntlet Runner's interior is quite spacious and even has its own engine room. Here's a washing machine, and you'll find cleaning supplies too. I hope you're excited to learn more about how they play into things. You're not limited to staying inside the Gauntlet Runner. If you climb up the ladder to the deck, you can see it moving through this massive world. You can even see monsters soaring overhead.
I mean, I don't see them, but
Runner has
okay.
so much to do as you head to your next stop that
But
it's
that
impossible to tell
that
you it
looks
all here.
really
So
cool.
please stay tuned. Once you've prepared in the runner or a city, you'll arrive in a dungeon. Here's an introduction to the combat system, which is critical to making progress.
Dungeons and combats. Okay, let's see. Let's see
This
how
is the
it'll
entrance to
differ
a
from
certain
Persona.
dungeon. Let's check the main menu before we head in. Here we have features like items, skills, and equipment. You can see that the UI
so
has
cool.
always been one of our strong suits. It's something that we were very particular about. You often spend a lot of time navigating menus in RPGs, so we wanted to give... Let's check out the party customization. Stronger sense of navigating menus in RPGs.
Yeah,
So
I
we
don't know
wanted to give
why,
players a beautiful
like, it
interface to enjoy a
skips.
stronger sense of immersion. Let's check out the party customization screen. The key to strengthening a party in Metaphor lies in the job system, and the growth of these jobs is critical to advancing through the game. In Metaphor, the power of these jobs is called archetypes.
Or personas. Oh, come on. Really? I called it Persona once, and now you're doing this at me. Why? And, like, there's even like got a full minute buffer. Come on.
Or the power of these jobs is called archetypes. Archetypes are a very important element to this game, which I'll give you a few more details on. By confronting their anxiety, the protagonists acquire these archetypes, a special power. Think of them as heroic figures everyone possesses. Their powers manifest in various forms throughout the game.
Oh, this is like oh man, what's that the Da Vinci model? Oh man, I totally forgot the name of it. But like it is basically like that, just like, you know, the different poses, arms and legs. All right.
Forms throughout the game. Examples of some archetypes that show up early in the game include the Seeker.
Wait, hold on. Let me check those attacks.
Archetypes that
Okay, Psych, so Wind,
show up
Day, that seems like okay, that is healing.
early in the
Tarkaja. Okay, Sweeping Slash. You know, it's wild how some okay, that barely made a difference. Oh no, oh. Didn't mean to do that.
Think of them as heroic who is an all-round examples of some archetypes that
okay. So we got Cyclo, then probably gonna be Cyclone. So weak, medium, and then Cyclone, heavy. Then what would be like a severe version? Cyclones? Possibly? So
Show up.
if Day is weak, what would be like the add-on to that? Because we can tell just like Cyclo, like Day, like it has to be something related to healing, like deity. Day, I have no idea. What do you guys think? What do you think? Like a higher, like a medium and strong version of healing for that'll be this game. Leave in the comment section down below.
Early in the game include the Seeker, who is an all-rounder in battle.
Okay, bot Blizz. So Blizz is probably medium.
Mage, who strikes weak.
Conde? Never heard of Conde. But okay. And Magic Font. No idea what that is either.
Who strikes weaknesses with offensive magic. And the Thief.
Okay, Dark Sword, Steel, Mudos. Okay, just complete Mudos part of this. Plunder Life, Plunder Magic. Okay. So there's Thief,
who can plunder resources.
So,
but the key point of the system here is that the character can undergo a transformation, taking on the appearance of various heroic figures and then use their skills to fight. Let's enter the dungeon and take a look.
So this is the power of the healer.
Look at what kind of combat is possible.
The healer archetype has been awakened.
Once you enter the dungeon, use your fairy companion's power to analyze your surroundings.
That's Gallica? Gallica.
This will give you a sort of ranking of nearby enemies. And by that I mean how strong they are. As you can see, many enemies are glowing blue, which indicates a lower rank. In other words, weaker enemies. One of the things we kept in mind during development was our goal to make the game as fast-paced and exhilarating as possible.
I think that's all of them.
You found something.
Tedious and slow-paced enemy encounters can ruin a game's rhythm, especially if you know you can win against weaker enemies.
We're not alone. Keep an eye out.
Mangela?
Now, you'll notice we have a large monster ahead.
That is the one that we have to go into the battle, right? To actually do your turn-based combat.
More dangerous enemies give off a yellow glow. If the analysis indicates they're formidable, you should approach cautiously, unlike before. Pressing the squad button will call your party members to your side.
Okay, we have turned back the clock there, so we can retry a turn? I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Transitioning us smoothly into a
Plunder.
turn-based battle.
Or Thief.
If you initiate a squad battle before the enemy notices you,
Diagonal slash, slasher, heat up, so like heat riser?
you earn a bonus first strike just like this. Even for battles that require a squad approach to defeat them with skills, the action portion before it is designed to provide a tactical element, with mechanics that can lead to both advantages and disadvantages. The squad option allows you to engage and enjoy tense, tactical battles without even drawing close, and using a variety of skills and...
I just want to say, like, that line looks so cool. I love the, just like, it looks like it's, like, cracking, like, just the whole, like, forehead part. Like, that looks like, I really look the details that's, like, part of this. Like, that looks so awesome. And I'm noticing, again, like, the whole moon face here. Still have no idea what that's supposed to be, but we'll probably learn in the full game, right?
Strategic actions. The party customization is highly flexible and strategic, so we encourage you to create your own unique and powerful party. We have just annihilated the enemies.
Nice nice battle after battle image.
Earn bonus rewards by defeating all enemies without taking any damage. We implemented this feature to provide a sense of accomplishment in party customization, so I suggest you try it out.
Okay.
So that's the exhilarating action elements and the strategic nature of the turn-based battles. It's a battle system with two aspects to enjoy, so we hope you have fun when the game comes out. Next, I'd like to touch on the volume of dungeons. As you progress through the story, you'll come across main dungeons, which you'll tackle as part of the main story, and side dungeons, which you can explore as part of quests. Both types will of course plunge you into battle.
Was that a walking fish?
Explore as part of quests. Both types will of course
like these anime designs. Homotheos.
plunge you
It's just a fish with legs. It's just a fish with legs.
into battle. In terms of the number of dungeons to challenge, it's more than any previous title of ours. Furthermore, the dungeon mechanics we've designed were created to avoid impacting the balance and pacing, reducing anything that may bore you. The battle system in these dungeons is one of our strongest selling points. So we hope you enjoy it.
I hope it's good. The followers.
As we created the game, one area we focused on was how spending time on the road impacted the growth of your party members.
So is she a party member?
One of the systems that symbolize this is the follower system. The protagonist will meet and befriend various people over his journey. As he continues to deepen these bonds, these followers will become his strongest supporters.
Oh, so social links, right?
Seeing their way of life through these interactions, the protagonist senses the heroic image within them, giving him access to new archetypes in battle that awaken within him.
That is the same sound effects in Persona. Like that, isn't that like the same sound effect where like you get like a new skill, right? It sounds just like that.
Archetypes in battle that awaken within him.
Yeah.
It's up to the player to decide which followers.
So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ranks. Possibly.
To prioritize interacting with. Finding strategies.
Ooh. Sorry about that. Woke up barely for some car repair stuff. Sorry about that. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, so if each one of these like correlates to like a follower, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 possible followers we might get throughout the game. Okay.
To gain advantage, both in dungeons and outside of them, is a unique aspect of this game. We hope you enjoy them. There's more to share about archetypes, but we'll save that for future announcements.
Okay.
I'll just say for now that there's a significant number of them in the game. Furthermore, your other party members can also equip any type of archetype,
Good.
giving you countless options in forming your party. Take a look.
They're going by this real quick, so turning from a seeker to a brawler.
I'll show you on screen.
Okay, so we got mage, warrior, brawler.
Here's a
They're like really just going through here, so like you can barely see what's going on there. So like you can change like the equipment changes when you change to a different archetype. So from iron greatsword to great iron knuckles, from iron mail to grand jacket. The greaves are the same and crests are the same. Might change probably depending on the archetype, but I think probably the main one that's going to be changing is the weapons and the armor. Probably.
Here's a party consisting only of
wanna yeah, so far just only the weapons and the armor that's changing.
Of brawlers. Unique parties like this are fully possible, so we hope you get creative with it. Metaphor has been
Ooh, a
created
gargoyle.
with the goal of fusing the idea of a journey with interpersonal interactions, party growth, combat, and a taste of the storyline we've described today.
I do want to go back and see how, you know, each of the archetypes looks like. Okay, so we can see from like the bomb right here, looks like they're all the same. I mean, there might be, you know, a little bit of differences between, you know, each character, but seems like generally they all look the same, perhaps?
Storyline we've described today into a single game experience. So when the game releases, we hope you'll experience these aspects to the fullest. What did you think?
I mean, it looks
That
pretty
was
cool.
only scratching the surface of the journey and the basics of the game system. There's so much more we can't wait to share. Metaphor is a massive game filled with interesting and unique elements. As for the narrative, I only touched on the beginning of the story, but the surprising twists and turns we're known for await you. I hope you're looking forward to hearing more about the story and characters that make this game truly special. In addition, starting in June, we're hoping to give you hands-on demos in various events around the world.
Okay,
The
so
entire
it's probably during, you know, Summer Games Fest, probably. But so of course we get the physical game, Archetype EXP, Iron set, Journey chess set. Okay,
development team is working
but that case looks pretty cool.
hard to get the game ready for release.
And I hope there's a PS4 version physical, cause with FC5 Vengeance there is no PS4 physical version. So I hope there's one, please. I mean, like, if by the time, you know, the PS5 Pro isn't announced by then, you know, I might have to go to the digital version. Digital version.
So please stay tuned. I should also mention we're opening pre-orders today, so don't miss out. In addition to the standard edition, Metaphor is also available in a special physical collector's edition. This year marks 35 years since Atlas.
I was like, okay, Amazon, where is it? Where is it? And then I was about to put up, okay, Atlas Metaphor. In this Metaphor websites. Let me see. Do you guys have it? Pre-order now. PlayStation. I'm only seeing Xbox and PS5 and Xbox. It's coming to PS5. I mean PS4. Please. Amazon. I'm only seeing PS5. But yeah. But let's see here. Base game, steelbook, soundtrack, art book, homotetia, metallic pins, sticker sheet, Kingdom of Uchronia cloth map. Okay. Costumes and BGM battle set, the voucher. Oh, okay. So Persona 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, SMT4, SMT5, and don't know which that one is. That's probably unique to it. Alex 35th history book. Okay.
Released its first game, and Metaphor serves as the 35th anniversary commemoration title for the Atlas brand. It's a celebration title, and we're very excited to get this game into your hands, so we hope you check it out when it launches. Before I sign off, I have a short video we prepared for those of you who stuck with us to the end. This is a scene from the Gauntlet Runner, which I spoke about earlier. Please look forward to the all-new RPG from Atlas, Metaphor. Thank you very much for your time today.
Lockwood Camp. What's happening here? A bath case? Cask? Leisurely soak. Oh my god, he's naked! Oh, okay, Jill, increase. Okay. Is that it? Well, okay then. Alright, not bad showcase, not a bad showcase at all. I just checked, Twitter over here. Alice to say, hey, pre-orders up. Just saying, please let the PS4 version have physical and collectors and collector version. Alright, doing that. But overall, the not bad showcase showing off, what we could expect in a game. And just making sure, just like they have a trailer. Wait, I think there was at the very beginning part of this. We missed something because I know that like it starts really abruptly, so I do want to check this. I think this might be the same video. That was 35th.
I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years.
Yeah, I think that's the same way it starts. Sorry.
But people across nigh endless years.
Yeah. So I missed that like first 20, 16, 20 seconds of it. Alright, it's not alright, so I didn't miss that much, at least in terms of this, showcase. But yeah, the game is looking very awesome. I want this game now, but we gotta wait 6 more months before we can actually have the game in our hand. But good thing they said like, hey, there are gonna be some hands-on moments happening, throughout the year before release. So probably, Summer Games Fest, maybe Anime Expo. I don't think that happened yet, so probably there. Um, the Gamescoms haven't yet. I think that probably did. Tokyo Game Show that happens in September, so that. And I was about to say Jump Fest, but I don't think so. That happens like November, December. So I think we are good on other stuff. All the stuff looks really awesome. Gameplay, plays somewhat like Persona, but has more of the action combat there for the people who don't really want to go into that turn-based combat that often. So it's all right. Got cooking. The intro part that is what got me that piqued my interest a little bit. Thinking about, okay, how would we answer these questions, like what was it? Like, is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination, which call it a palace creation? Like, I wonder if like these questions will actually be similar to like how with Kingdom Hearts 1, whereas like, okay, you have these 3 questions that you can answer, and depending on how you answer, you'll get this results, and that'll determine like how the gameplay will go for you. Maybe it'll go like that. I kind of doubt it, but it would be interesting to to see that happen. Um, the overall story is like it's really cool. Basically, you have a certain time limit to get the votes of the people, so you can become king, and try to make the kingdom a better place, essentially, right? And rescue save the prince, that too. And the whole traveling takes time, takes a couple days. I'm pretty sure, as we continue on through the game, time will become shorter and shorter. Probably like, okay, we're cutting down to a day, half a day, probably like that, maybe. It's all guessing at this point. But yeah, I'm I'm really excited for this game. What do you guys think about it? What was some things that stood out for you? Was something that you didn't like? Uh, anything that I probably like missed? That probably went over my head. Let me know in the comment section down below. And like always, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Check out links in the description below for my social media links. And I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.